Welcome to Not That Girl Anymore, part of the Liminal Network. I'm your host, Dawn Bouillon. This is more than a podcast. It's a sisterhood. We're reclaiming our voices, our worth, and our lives. One story, one truth, one brave step at a time. Hey, friends. Welcome back to Not That Girl Anymore. I'm your host, Dawn Bouillon, trauma therapist and coach, and the founder here of Embrace Your Brave. And today, I wanted to talk about something that I think a lot of us probably experience, but maybe don't fully understand. Um, and that is what happens when stress starts showing up in our body. And honestly, this episode was inspired by my own body because this week I woke up with a fever blister on my face. And if you've ever had one of those, then you know what that's like. Not exactly fun. And I looked in the mirror and just kind of had one of those moments and just kind of laughed. Like, well, I can say I'm not stressed, but I think my body has something to say about that, right? Like, I think my body has an opinion as it is popping up on my face. And for me, I have learned that is one of the indicators from my body that I am experiencing stress. You know, I guess just with a fever blister, just one of those things, but they kind of lay dormant in your body. And now we know that stress is one of the things that kind of brings it out. It can be a trigger for something like that. Me and another one of my daughters has this particular thing. And I thought, I wonder how many other people have something like this. And it just got me thinking, how often does our body tell us something long before we're actually willing to listen? Um, Maybe you've been having headaches, right? Or maybe your stomach has been in knots. That's another thing that I notice for me. Or maybe your shoulders are so tight or so heavy, and like you just feel like you're carrying the weight of the world. Or maybe you're so exhausted, or maybe you can't sleep, or maybe your chest feels so tight. Or maybe you're even noticing yourself getting sick more often. Um, and maybe it's your body that's like trying to wave a white flag. And while you're just so busy surviving, you haven't even noticed, right? And if that's you, I just want you to think about this with me today. Your body is not your enemy. Your body has been trying to take care of you for a long time. I think we live in a culture that teaches us to disconnect from ourselves. We are praised for pushing through, for staying busy, for taking care of everyone else, for ignoring our own needs. We've been told things like, just keep going. You'll be fine. Don't be so emotional. You're stronger than that. And somewhere along the way, many of us learned that listening to our bodies wasn't safe. So we ignored it. We ignored the exhaustion. We ignored the anxiety, the sadness, the grief, the loneliness, the fear, until eventually our body got louder, right? Um, we've talked about this before, but remember this. Trauma isn't just what happened to you, it's what happened inside of you. And I say that all the time because I think it's such an important distinction. Two people can walk through the same exact event and have completely different experiences. Why? Because trauma isn't defined by the event. It's about what happened inside your nervous system, what happened inside your heart, your body. And if trauma happens inside the body, then healing has to include the body too. So, I think this is just something I want more people to understand. Our nervous system doesn't speak English. It communicates through sensation. It communicates through your heart racing or your tight muscles or your shallow breathing or the butterflies in your stomach or the brain fog or fatigue or through the tears that come out of nowhere or through that feeling that you're constantly on edge even when nothing is technically wrong. And those sensations aren't random. They're information. They're your body saying something doesn't feel safe. And listen, have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Lost your train of thought like halfway through a sentence? Forgot someone's name that you've known forever? And just thought, what is wrong with me? Right? And maybe nothing is wrong with you. We've been under chronic stress. Our brains become incredibly focused on just surviving. Your brain is constantly asking, am I safe? And when it's working overtime trying to keep you safe, then your memory is impacted, your focus is impacted, your creativity is impacted. Those things often take a back seat. And your brain isn't broken, it's just prioritizing survival. I see this so often with survivors of emotional abuse. When you've spent years walking on eggshells, reading someone else's facial expressions, trying to predict their mood, monitoring every word you say, trying to prevent the next conflict, then your body learns to stay on high alert. Even after the relationship ends, your nervous system doesn't magically get the memo that the danger is over. Sometimes your body is still standing guard long after you've escaped. And that's why healing can feel confusing. People will say, but you're out of it now. Why aren't you okay? Rude. Because your body doesn't heal simply because your circumstances changed. It heals through safety, through consistency, through compassion, and through time. You know, one of the saddest things trauma teaches us is to abandon ourselves. We become experts at taking care of everyone else. But we've forgotten how to notice ourselves. We don't even notice when we're thirsty or when we're hungry or when we're exhausted. We don't even notice when our jaw is clenched all day or when we're holding our breath or when our shoulders are so far up to our ears, right? Oh, we don't notice because somewhere along the way, we learned that everyone else's needs matter more than our own. So let me ask you, where does stress show up in your body? Really think about it. Does your stomach tighten? Do your shoulders ache? Ah. Do you get a headache? Do you have digestive issues? Does your heart race? Do you feel numb? Do you get sick often? Do you struggle to sleep? Do you suddenly feel like crying over something that normally wouldn't bother you? Your body has a language. And one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is learning how to speak it. And here's the beautiful part: your body isn't betraying you, it's protecting you. Even anxiety, right? That wounded girl in there trying to get your attention. When that gets activated, it's all trying to protect you. Hypervigilance, that's protection. Panic, that's like, you better do something quick, right? Because I don't want you to get hurt. Okay? It's protection. Your nervous system has one primary job: keep you alive. It doesn't ask, would this make Dawn happy? It asks, would this keep Dawn safe? And sometimes it gets a little overprotective. Can I get an amen? Especially if you've lived through trauma. But even then, it's still trying to help. Okay? It is trying to protect you. I think one of the greatest shifts in healing is moving from judgment and shame into curiosity. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me? We have to start asking, what happened to me? Instead of saying, why can't I just get over this? Let's ask, what might my body be trying to tell me? Instead of criticizing yourself for being tired, let's ask, have I been trying to carry too much? Curiosity opens the door to compassion, and compassion creates the conditions where healing can begin. And listen, healing doesn't mean you'll never experience stress again. I wish it did. But life is still going to be hard sometimes, and people will disappoint us, and we will experience loss and uncertainty. But healing changes the way that we respond. We begin noticing sooner. We begin slowing down sooner. We begin asking for help sooner. We stop waiting until our body completely falls apart before we pay attention. I'm nodding to my friend Meg at this moment when I'm thinking about how her body took her to the emergency room to try to get her attention because she um, had really learned not to listen. But she's awake now. So, Meg, I'm proud of you. You're not the only one. I'm just using that as an example. Um, but let's stop waiting till we fall completely apart. Like, let's start listening today. And sometimes that just looks like ordinary things like taking a walk, getting enough sleep, eating good, nourishing food, drinking water, laughing with a friend, right? Tessie, where you at? Make me laugh, girl. Um, Crying when you need to cry, right? Remember how I said, when we're humaning, 1 minute we might be, you know, crying in the bathroom floor. And the next minute we might be dancing in the kitchen, and it's all okay. It's all normal. Okay. Listening to music, sitting outside, feeling the sunshine on your face. Oh man, petting your dog or your kitty cat, you know, going to therapy, Can I get a shout out for therapy? We all need therapy. I'm in therapy too. Yes, yes, yes. And it is good, and we need it, and we deserve it. Setting a boundary, saying no without apologizing. Taking a deep breath before we react or respond. These aren't little things. They're ways of communicating safety to our nervous system. And every single one of those moments whispers to our body, you're okay now. You're safe. So listen, friend, I don't know what your body has been trying to tell you lately. Maybe it's been asking for rest, or maybe it's asking for gentleness, or maybe it's asking you to stop carrying things that were never yours to carry. Or maybe it's asking you to grieve, to feel it, to let your tears come. Release. Maybe it's asking you to set a boundary. Maybe it's asking you to listen. Whatever it is, I hope today that you'll stop fighting your body and instead thank your body. Because it's been working so hard to protect you, even when you didn't understand it. And so, if there's one thing I hope you take away from today's episode, is that your body isn't the problem. It's been carrying you, it's been carrying your story, sometimes long before you had any words for it. And healing isn't about silencing your body, it's about befriending it again, trusting it again, learning to listen, learning to care for the person you've spent so many years neglecting. You, because you matter. Your story matters. Your pain matters. Your healing matters. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share that today since I had my little friend pop up. But I also just kind of wanted to let you know, and some of you that are watching this right now already know, but I wanted to share that Not That Girl Anymore is officially on YouTube. Um, and that's something that I've wanted to do for some time. And thanks to my incredible producer, Brooke, shout out to Brooke, it's finally happening. So, if you're one of those people that like to watch a podcast instead of just listening, then I'd love for you to join us over there. Um, and listen, if this podcast has encouraged you today, then one of the biggest ways that you can support this is by subscribing to that channel, leaving a comment, liking the videos, sharing them with someone who needs them. Um, every one of those actions help these conversations reach another survivor, reach another woman, reach someone else that might be sitting alone, wondering if anyone understands. And we do. My hope has always been that this is bigger than a podcast. My hope is to create a safe community where people feel seen and they feel safe and they feel loved, and where they discover they're not broken and healing is possible. So head over to YouTube and hit subscribe, and we'll link that in the show notes as well. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for trusting me with your hearts. And until next time, take a deep breath. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to your body. It's been telling you the truth all along. Okay? And remember, you're not that girl anymore. Friend, just a quick note. I am a licensed therapist, but this podcast isn't therapy. It's not meant to diagnose or treat anything. It's here to offer you support, encouragement, and real conversation. If you're struggling, please reach out to a trusted professional. You are not alone, and you are so worthy of healing. Even if your voice shakes, keep using it. Your healing matters. If you're ready to go deeper, you can book a session by clicking the link in the show notes or visiting our website, embraceyourbrave.org, to learn more about our therapy and trauma-informed coaching options. Let's explore how we can walk this journey together. You are not alone. Embrace your brave, sis. You're not that girl anymore.